Hey gang, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today, and welcome back here to another edition of the Fishing Teacher. Guys, today I got a really good summer tip for y'all. I'm going to talk about fishing a lizard in the summertime with no weight on it, which is one of my favorite ways to catch them in July, August, and September. It's probably something you may not have heard of. It's going to give you guys a new technique for your arsenal, so we'll get into that, guys. And real quick, I just want to invite everybody out there. You guys hear me talk about it. If you guys are struggling to catch fish on some of your favorite lakes, please check out our Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns. We have our summer lake map breakdowns up on the website, and I'll put that link in the description if you guys want to check those out. So much appreciated. Okay guys, a lot of people, if you're not real familiar with bass fishing, lizards are sort of like associated with fishing in the spring for bass. The theory goes that there are lizards in lake, freshwater lizards, and they eat bass eggs, so the bass, want to kill lizards. I don't know how much I believe that or not. I don't know how much a bass can really look at this and say it's a real lizard. I think it's more just something they think is alive. But a lot of people, after the springtime of the year, they put these things away because that's just sort of what they were taught to do. But a lizard will catch fish 12 months out of the year, even with a Texas rig. But what I want to talk about today specifically is sort of a technique that's sort of a secret technique a little bit. Not a lot of people fish it, is fishing this thing shallow in the summertime with no weight on it. Now, the way that I set this up here is I'm usually throwing it on like 15 to 17 pound tests, Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon. I take a 3/0 Gamakatsu offset hook, and I normally use a straight shank hook for my Texas rigs, but for this particular application, the EWG works better, and I'll show you why. But just come through about 1/4 of an inch, with your bait, and then come right through the middle of it and come all the way through the top like that. So you got your hook laying off the top, and just lay it flat against the bottom so that actually the hook point is outside. You see the hook point is actually outside of the bait. Now, the reason you want to use the EWG is the EWG design, it gives it a keel weight. So you're actually going to be reeling this lizard through the water. You're not going to be letting it hit the bottom. And this EWG on there allows that lizard to run a little bit straighter. Basically, guys, the technique is simple. You take the weightless lizard, and I do prefer black. I think black is the best color. And you throw it around any shallow water cover. Grass is the best. If you guys have a lake that has real shallow grass, this is a really good deal. You can swim it next to stumps, lay down trees. You can swim it next to boat docks. Basically, just fishing it, throwing it to the bank. Keep your rod tip high and reel it where it's just maybe where it's coming across the surface, or maybe that far under the surface. You want to keep the lizard in sight as it comes through the top like that. And guys, this is a really, really subtle approach. And sorry about it, I swear guys, every time I do a video, my neighbors start mowing or leaf blowing. Every single time, it's like on cue. So if you can hear that noise, that's what it is. But anyway, it's a subtle approach. It's almost like a topwater or a subsurface topwater, but it's silent simply because it doesn't displace a lot of water, doesn't make any noise. It's just the legs of this lizard just wiggling as they grow across the surface or just under the surface. And guys, in the summertime, the bass will come up and annihilate this thing. One of the things that will help is you got to have a little bit of off-colored water. I prefer water visibility sort of like in that maybe 12-inch minimum up to about 2.5 foot clarity. You don't really want it any clearer than that. They're not going to bite it very good if it's over 2 foot clarity, 2.5 foot clarity, and they can't really see it very good if it's under 12 inches. So if you gave me one, say, Randy, what's the best water visibility? It'd be about 1 foot to 1.5 foot visibility in the water. Simple, guys. To get you a black lizard, this is a Zoom 8-inch lizard. I'll put the Baitworks link in the description if you guys want to order some through there. I'll put that lizard link in there. And just fish it. If you're fishing farm ponds, this is a great lure for farm ponds in the summer because farm ponds usually have a lot of shallow fish and some bank grass. If you're walking the bank in a farm pond, just throw this thing parallel to the bank, keep your rod tip high, and just reel it. Try to keep it just barely under the surface. You don't really want it skimming across the surface, but just enough where you can see that lizard coming under the water. And guys, it's an exciting way to fish because when those fish come, you'll see the fish hit it. You'll see them come up and grab that lizard off of the surface or just under it. It's just a super fun way to fish it. And like I said, black is by far my favorite color for it. So Give it a try. It'll catch you some summertime bass and it'll catch some big ones too. So we'll talk later.